All right, welcome to the Main Game YouTube channel. My name is Thomas, and today we are going over the second tier of running backs in this series. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a stuffy nose. You can probably hear it in my voice, so sorry, don't mind that. But yeah, we're going over the second tier of running backs here. Yeah, let's just get right into it. So same as last video, my top 5 that I'm not going to go over here, but just so you are aware, at 1 I have Bijan Robinson, 2 Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 Zach Charbonnet, 4 Devin Achane, and 5 Tyjae Spears. Those are my top 5. All right, at 6 we're starting with DeWayne McBride from UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. Like his size, 5'10", about 210 pounds. Great production this last year, 233 attempts, over 1,700 yards, over 7 yards a carry, 19 rushing touchdowns. Not the fastest, ran a 4.52, but out of all the guys not in the top 5, I think he's one of the few running backs left who have 3-down ability. He's slippery, he's light on his feet, he makes great cuts. I do think he lacks a little bit of the home run ability. Not the fastest running back in the world, and had pretty minimal receiving statistics in his career at UAB, but I do still believe that he has 3-down potential. He's the highest guy by far that I have left outside of the top 5. But yeah, I have my highest potential opinion on DeWayne McBride. If he goes to a team that could really use him, like being mocked some of the other guys, like the Chargers, the Bengals, maybe even the Cowboys potentially. Don't always know necessarily how many touches you're going to be able to get out of Tony Pollard, but I am big on Tony Pollard. I'm not saying I don't like him, but could have a good fit there. Yeah, super big on DeWayne McBride. I think he's going to succeed pretty much at any team he goes to, but if he gets a real good chance at one of those teams that I was talking about, he definitely has 3-down potential. Yep. At 7, the former quarterback from Texas, Roschon Johnson. Good size, 6 foot, about 220 pounds. Sitting behind Bijan Robinson. He wasn't going to put up the most crazy statistics ever, but he was productive and he was efficient with when he got his touches. Over 90 touches, 554 yards, 6 yards a carry, only 5 touchdowns, a little bit of receiving statistics, only 14 catches last year. But I am a big fan of him. I don't think he has 3-down potential, but he's a bruiser. He's patient. He doesn't force his rushes. He doesn't force his lanes. He has, I think he plays a lot faster than his 40-time ran. He ran almost a 4.6, which is not great, but I am pretty high on Roschon Johnson. If he gets with a team that values him as a first down, second down back, I think he has the potential to really provide some good value to a team. I don't think he's really got like fantasy value too much, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of his, given the right situation that he goes to, and that's kind of a similar thing with pretty much any running back drafted at any point in time. They have to be drafted to the right situation, but I do believe that Roschon Johnson is going to have a fairly decent career regardless of where he goes. Yeah. All right, number 8, Kendre Miller from TCU. This is really the only guy I have left in the draft who I feel could be a 3-down back. 5'11", 215 from TCU. Good statistics last year, 224 attempts, 1,400 rushing yards, 6.2 yards a carry, 17 rushing touchdowns, was a workhorse. Big thing that impressed me about him, not even just from this last year, but he beat out Zach Evans, who was the highest ranked recruit TCU had ever had, and he beat him out and basically forced him to transfer to Ole Miss. So that, let alone, even if he wouldn't have had a good career, is impressive by itself. But just for the fact that he was so productive this last year and helped get his team to a national championship, speaks a lot about him and what he could bring to an NFL team. Some things I do love about him: I think he's got good quickness, good agility. He makes great cuts. He moves around. He's nimble. He absorbs contact. He'll plow through a guy if need be. My one real big kind of issue with him though is that he doesn't, even though he can absorb the contact and plow through a guy, he chooses not to. He will run out of bounds to not get hit. He'll go down early so he doesn't get hit. He avoids contact when he can, and that's not something that teams are really always looking for. Yes, that'll be good for him in a longevity standpoint. He's not always taking all these hits, but when it's 4th and 4 and you decide to run the ball with him and you need 4 yards and he's getting shemackled by 3 defenders, yeah, he can plow through that, but are you sure you can rely on him to not try to get the first down, but by getting out of bounds or by not taking the hit? I don't think he's going to do that every time. I don't think he's going to do it all the time, but it is a risk that comes with drafting Kendre Miller. But yeah, that's why I have at 8. At 9, this is kind of where it falls off for me. Not super high on really any running backs left in the draft. Doesn't mean I don't like them, but at this point we're looking at day 3 guys, talent-wise, in my opinion. But no, at 9 we have Tank Bigsby from Auburn, 5'11", 215. Okay statistics from this last year. I'm not big on Auburn's offense. I don't like how they run things. So that's partially probably why his statistics weren't that great this last year. But he had 178 rushing attempts, 967 yards, 10 touchdowns, ran a 4.45, which is good. But yeah, aside from the offense that he played in, like I love his explosiveness. I love his start-stop ability. He has good agility. He will plow through guys. Short yard back. I think he's got a lot of potential being a really good goal line back. I don't see him being a 3-down back. He's more of a 2-down back. Not a lot in the receiving game, partially due to Auburn's offense, but yeah. Also, I don't like his vision. I think he doesn't hit the holes when he needs to, and when he'll go where he needs to, but when something opens up, he doesn't read that and attack that open hole. He'll fight through where he's supposed to go, and that has a tendency for him to not maximize his rushes and his ability to pick up those extra yards. Also, I don't think he really has a home run ability either. I don't think he has that straight line speed that can come back to bite him in the butt, and I don't like if he does break a tackle and gets around the outside. Can he run a 75-yard touchdown? Sure. Is it going to happen? Probably not. I just don't think he has the ability to finish long runs like that. He is fast, but his tape doesn't really back up that home run ability statement. But also, like I said, don't like Auburn's offense. So it's kind of a wait and see with Tank Bigsby. Could be really good in the NFL. Could be a bust. Who knows? I don't know. That's for damn sure. I don't think any of us really know. But yeah, that's why I have a 9. And then at 10, last guy here, Sean Tucker from Syracuse. Pretty good production this last year. He had over 1,300 rushing yards. He had 13 rushing touchdowns. It's Syracuse, so we got to take that into consideration, his competition that he was playing. But a little undersized, 5'9", good weight though, 207. He's fast. He's got good speed. His tape looks good. He's a strong lower body. He's tough. He fights through guys. But kind of another thing that similar with Tank Bigsby, I think he lacks creativity. He doesn't change direction. He doesn't whip around. He doesn't read the field and make split-second decisions to the best of his ability. He knows where he's supposed to go, and he'll go there, and if something opens up a little bit close to him, he may read that, but he's not going to flip around, and he's not going to reverse the field, and he's not going to make these patient patient, quick decisions that some really good running backs are capable of doing in the NFL. But given that he's behind a great offensive line and a team that wants to run the ball, I think he could be really productive. His size does concern me a little bit, being 5'9". It's on the shorter end. I prefer my running backs, unless you're going to be strictly a third down back, to be at least 5'10". I know it's only an inch, but the history of success for running backs sub 5'10" isn't very promising. I mean, in the NFL right now, like Kenneth Walker, like I'm super big on Kenneth Walker. I think he's going to have a great career with the Seahawks, but I don't see Sean Tucker being even remotely close to being what a Kenneth Walker is and can be. So that's why I have him at 10 and not any higher. But yeah, that's about all I got on my running backs here. Just a quick recap. My top 5: Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs at 2, Zach Charbonnet at 3, Devon Achane at 4, Tajay Spears at 5. And then 6 was Dwayne McBride. 7 was Roschon Johnson. 8, Kendre Miller. 9, Tank Bigsby. And at 10, Sean Tucker. But yeah, that is my second wave of running backs for you guys. If you've got any tips for me to make these videos more enjoyable, or just better production in general, leave a comment down below. Aside from that, I'm probably going to upload another video today just so I can get them all in before the NFL draft. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment, subscribe. But aside from that, I hope you have a good rest of your day.